and welcome to a new series on the channel. We are going to take a team called Spartak Vulkan from Petropavlovsk Kamchatsky in far east Russia to glory. This is a team that has existed twice before, once between 1970 and 1974, and then later on between 1989 and 1994. Both times they've folded because they are so far away from the rest of Russia. You want to have a look at this on the screen. So here we are with Great Britain in the middle. If we move the map and keep moving the map and keep moving the map, Kamchatka and Kamchatsky Krai, this is where Petropavlovsk is situated. It's so far away. It's as I said, caused the team to fold twice purely because it just costs so much to go to and from. So if we scroll out a bit there you go. There's Russia, almost as far east as you can get in Russia. There is a team from a place called Anadir, which is up in Chukotka, which I believe used to be a certain Chelsea chairman's autonomous okrug, where he was the leader of that area. But they play all year in Moscow, so this would be the furthest east team out of any of the top four divisions. And if we zoom in to Petropavlovsk Kamchatsky and go. Here we are. So as you can see, we're almost on the Pacific. Well, we're actually on the Pacific there, natural harbour. But Petropavlovsk, you just scroll out again. You've got Sakhalin Island there, which then drops down towards the Kuril Islands and Japan. You've got the South and North Korea, the Korean Peninsula there. I keep going around, Alaska and the Aleutian Islands. So we are that far east. So yeah, I plan to take the newly refounded FK. Well, it's going to be called Spartak Vulkan, up to the top of Russian football and then onto European glory. If you ever scroll out again on here, there is the possibility that if I try and keep north, there's a possibility that Vulkan could end up playing either a team from Iceland. That would be a massive journey, but it would be one of the Portuguese teams. I believe that would be the longest game, the longest journey, longest distance ever undertaken for a game in UEFA. So yep, hopefully this is going to be of interest to people, and looking forward to it. Just we start at the fourth level of Russian football, so hopefully it won't take too long to get up there. But this is just a bit of a smaller project to be going on with until Football Manager 20. Yep, and using the 2018 Google Images, this is the ground here in the middle. I'll scroll in a little bit and actually going to go in on Google Street View. So that there is the ground, so you can just see the tiered sort of. It is a stadium, isn't it? It's there is a bit of a stand there. I need to go a little bit further down the street. Let's have a look. And in. Is that going to let us look? A little bit messing about. Come on. And there we go. So there's the decently big, well, obviously completely uncovered, but decently big stand there. Yep. So this is the team, and you see I've made a kit with our what is the 1970 logo for FK Vulkan, but we're going to use it for Spartak. The sponsor I've put is Rus Hydro. Now They are interesting in that they basically are the energy producers for most of Kamchatka, and they use a lot of geothermal because obviously the region, maybe not obviously, she might not know this, but the region is exceptionally volcanic, hence the name of the team. So there's lots of geothermal energy available. Rus Hydro are the sponsor, the owner effectively, and the owner is not a sugar daddy per se, but is there in the background and has given a little remake to the stadium, which is Spartak Stadium. 5,000 capacity, which it does have in real life, but it's given it a grass synthetic mix. I think at the moment it's just mainly dirt and dust. But I think at the moment there is a local league in Kamchatka, which is vast, but there are games played on it. The only sort of bits of media I can find relate to a piece that When Saturday Comes did in 2009. So there's not much out there about this team at all. So we've made a little bit up and used a little bit of poetic license, shall we say. But yes, yeah, as I said, 3rd Division, Far East. If we look at the competition, we're in one comp and just the league, and that's it. It's only 5 teams, so we play each other 6 times. So there's the under-23s for Luk Vladivostok, and I apologise in advance if I butcher any of these pronunciations, but I will try my best. Nogliki, which is situated on Sakhalin Island. I think this is the under-23s for Khabarovsk as well, which is on the mainland. And we'll have a look at these on Google Maps because some of the travel will be mental. Some of it's easy enough because it's direct flights for some of them, but some of it's mental. And this is Spectre, and I believe the Birobidzhan, which again is on the mainland. We'll have a look at that. So we play each other 6 times. If we look at the schedule, there's a big winter break between 18th of November and 31st of March. Yeah, let's face it, they ain't going to be playing any football. I should imagine even around 18th of November that could be extremely cold there. But yeah, as I say, we play each other 6 times. So what I plan to do is obviously we'll play the Spectre game first, and that's away. And we'll have a look at the travel for that because that'll just be mental. We'll play Luk, we'll play Khabarovsk, then we'll play Nogliki. So we played everybody, and then when we come back, we'll just see what most probably be the Nogliki last game, or do a double live comp with Khabarovsk and Nogliki. Friendlies are interesting. Can't get anybody to play me because they're so far away. It's mental. So we end up playing the under-18s. If we have a quick look at our squad, and if I pull a proper squad view up, which would be good, I'm using FM Scout Work the Space as well, and Loki Doki's views are all on Steam if you want to go and get them. They're really good. If we have a look at this, and if I switch on the ability, our best players, all 5-star, are 16 and 15. So this is going to be an interesting season. Maxim Ignatiev, 3.5 attacking midfielder left, useful. Bulatov and Umarov, okay, and Kurbanov. And even Andrei Kalishnikov. So they have some okay players, but and we've got quite a lot of potential. If we look at potential here, 5-star potential for almost the whole team's worth. So that's useful. If I look at the tactics, and we're going to just play a normal 4-4-2. At the moment, so I've got Bezborodov up front. It's 24. Decent finishing, okay physicals. Golubev playing as a pressing forward, one of the 15-year-olds. But look at it, 18 natural fitness for a 15-year-old, 12 acceleration. Good acceleration, but not quick. But has 13 finishing, so that could be useful. Ignatiev on the left there, 10 crossing, which is good. Could be useful. Actually, let's have a look at Bezborodov. Has he got any good heading? No, he's got 3 heading. And Golubev, has he got good heading? 5. So there's no point in crossing him in anyway. Might as well just hit him along the floor. Chernyshov on the right is sort of okay. We've got a lot of 2-star players, and this Smirnov is a very useful sort of centre midfielder on attack. 5-star potential, but only 1 star at the moment. And Mikhailov, one of our 5-star 16-year-olds, playing centre mid, but he's playing sort of ball winning. natural fitness of 14 is going to help with that. He's got good decisions, good first touch, good passing, so that should be good. And then we've got Fomenko playing on the left back. Oh, moving away from the left back. Again, useful physicals. Bit aggressive, but determined and has good leadership. So could be a captain of the future. How old is he? Sorry, I forgot about 16, isn't he? Umyarov, 2.5 stars. Brave, good decisions, can header, okay at marking, not brilliant at tackling. Could be interesting. Shubin's one of our better players as well. 5-star, 16-year-old, naturally fit, good jumping reach, okay heading, 10 marking, 10 tackling, which is amazing for somebody his age. And Krasavin, 20 natural fitness. So I'm thinking if we can turn him into a wing back and just have him running up and down the pitch, that will be amazing. And Cherepanov in goal. 16, 2-star keeper, but could be a 5-star. I think if we look at just basically playing sort of a control football, very similar to what I do in the Guernsey save at a lower level. This scene feels a little bit lower in sort of ability than Guernsey, but we'll see. It might be able to change quite quickly. Just wide, short pass and high tempo. Not going to play for set pieces. We haven't really got anybody to take them. I'm going to have low crosses on. Countering, distribute the fullbacks and play it out. And standard lines to start with, just so we can sort of find out what we can and can't do. I don't know if we're going to get out of this league first season. I'd like to think we could. If you look at the competition itself, so in Russian football there are regional football for sort of this division, which is a 4th, and the second division, which is a 3rd level, and then it goes to sort of a national level. We're going to be in Far East, and if we get up into the second division will be in the East. So we'll stay in a similar area, but not quite. It's a bit bigger area, the second division. If we look at the the season preview, we're ranked 3rd, 8-1, so it's all relatively close. Now, Look won't be able to go up because they're under 23s. Scar couldn't go up because they're under 23s. It leaves Spectre and Nogliki, so it's basically us versus Nogliki. If we can beat them a few times, we should be good. This Dream 11, have we got anybody in it? So they've got Scar, got a couple, Nogliki, got a 40-year-old centre back. Who's he play for? Anybody decent? Chelyabinsk maybe. Played Metalurg Lipetsk and not really. So look, Vladivostok's under 23s. Have we got anybody? So okay. Our 15-year-old winger is in the Dream 11, so we have somebody there. Hopefully we can get a few more players. If we look at the transfers that have happened so far, we're basically Kalishnikov was brought in on a free, and Dmitry Sepeta for, was it Kasavyurt? Where are they? They're 3rd Division South. Okay, it's interesting. So we were bought I'm remembering Sepeta in because he's sort of another centre midfielder, but 2-star, somebody who can sort of come in. I think he's injured at the moment, but could be useful. And I'll go back to that competitions. So we're 3rd Division Far East. If I click through, so 2nd Division East is what we were going to. So there's a team from Sakhalin, from Chita, from Novosibirsk, Irtysh, Irkutsk and Barnaul. So that's a little bit of a bigger area. So if we were to go to that, then we'd look at the travel for that as well, because I think the travel for this is one of the most interesting bits of it, because we are so far away from everywhere. So what we're going to have a quick look now is I'm going to switch screens and we're going to have a look at how we're going to get to these places. So the only real way out of Kamchatka is by plane. There's no direct road routes into Kamchatka. No trains, but there are into Kamchatka travel, but none of the other teams are in Kamchatka for the obvious reason that it's just so far away from everywhere else in Russia. So if we look at our league, we've got Khabarovsk, and you can fly directly into Khabarovsk Novi, which is fine. And we have Vladivostok, so we can go straight into Vladivostok International Airport. However, you can't go straight to Birobjan, and you can't go straight into Nogliki. And Birobjan is one of the easier ones. So if I put in, let's come out of that. So we're going to go to fly into Khabarovsk, and we are going to go to Birobjan. So right, we're going to go straight into Birobjan. So we're relatively close here to the Chinese border. So Khabarovsk, if we do it by car, 2 hours 41. So you've got 2 hours 41 each way by car, 189 kilometres. And if you were to fly in to Khabarovsk from Petropavlovsk by plane, 2 hour 35. So straight away for this one, if you're going to Khabarovsk, you've got 2 hours 35 each way. If you're going to Birobjan, God, I can't even say it. Mad one, that one. You've got 2 hours 35 and then 2 hours 50 by car. So it shows already this is our local area, and that's how far we're going. If we were to go to Vladivostok by plane, you're looking at 3 hours 25 non-stop, so 3 hours 25 each way. That's pretty close. And obviously Vladivostok, as you can see on the map, is almost North Korea, almost China. So yeah, but Nogliki is the one there. Nogliki is on Sakhalin. It becomes a problem. You fly in from Petropavlovsk, you fly to Yuzhno Sakhalinsk. So fly to Yuzhno Sakhalinsk by plane. One or more stops, it says 6 hours 20. That's wrong, because you can fly directly to Yuzhno Sakhalinsk. If that's 3 hours, 2 hours 50, yeah, it's going to be about 2.5 hours flight, I reckon, looking at that. Problem is, Nogliki's here. There is an internal flight from Yuzhno Sakhalinsk to a place called Otka, and that is an hour 55. So 2 hours 30, hour 55. Call it 2 hours amongst friends. So 4.5 hours. Now, if you want to go from Otka to Nogliki, you go by car and you drive all 3 hours 16 minutes. So already you've got pretty much a whole day's worth of travel to get to Nogliki, and then a whole day's back again, and then you're playing a game of football in the middle, and that is in the local area. Just quickly looking at Petropavlovsk, because you can Petropavlovsk flies straight into Moscow. I think it's Sheremetyevo Airport. Obviously it's not the main ones. I think it's Domodedovo, isn't it? The main airport. But if we fly to Moscow, 8 hours 35 minutes to fly to Moscow. So it's just like, yeah, you could get to Chicago from London in quicker time. I've flown to Dallas quicker than that before, so just shows you how mad that this will be. You can't fly direct from Petropavlovsk to Moscow to anywhere else. You can fly. What I'll do is I'll fly to Moscow, and let's fly into Lisbon from Moscow. Cool. So that's another 5 hours 50. So you've got 13 hours worth of flights there, maybe 14 hours worth of flights to get to what could possibly be the furthest you're going to go to play football in UEFA. But yeah, interesting, and we'll have a look at other routes if and when we go up the leagues. Right, so that's a little roundup of Spartak Vulkan Petropavlovsk Kamchatsky. Looking forward to doing this series. It could be a good laugh. If you're interested in this, plan is fluid at the moment as to how many episodes go out and when. I'm thinking it could be 3 a week currently, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, something like that. But yeah, I'll possibly be doing more, possibly doing less, don't know. Got the Guernsey save ongoing as well, so yeah, we'll just see how it goes, and hopefully get Spartak back up into some semblance of sort of National League football in Russia, and take it from there, and just see if the distance in between the clubs, as it sees it in the database by looking at latitude, longitude and working out sort of direct line distances, will play a massive part in whether we can do anything or can't do anything. But yeah, we'll get back together next time for that first game, Spartak Birobidjan. That's the only one that's going to really cause me problems, I think. Birobidjan, and then yeah, go from there. So yeah, looking forward to it, and hopefully see you soon. Bye, or as I'll be saying, до свидания.